Welcome to our program, Political Arena. Political Arena is a program where we discuss political happenings in our country and other parts of the world. I'm John Glover, I'll be your anchor on this Friday's edition. And today we shall be taking a look at the state of the polity. We want to look at some recent happenings at the national stage in our country, Nigeria. With me to do justice to this topic, we have a balanced team. We have Comrade Tunde Okorodudu. Comrade Tunde Okorodudu is an APC chieftain in Warri South local government area. Comrade Tunde Okorodudu, welcome to our program.
Thank you for inviting me.
Also with us is our People's Democratic Party PDP chieftain in Sapele local government area is Comrade Francis Obule, JP. Welcome to our program, Comrade Francis Obule.
Thank you for having me. I have so much respect and love for you. Hence, I come for this invitation. If not, it's supposed to be being indoor for a period of time.
I understand that.
But when you called me, I have to respond. Yeah. Mega FM called me the other day. I told them I cannot now.
All right.
So thank you for having me.
All right, but you need to accept our condolence over the death of your other brother,
thank you.
Chief Charles Ufoma Obule.
Thank you.
Sapele local government area and even Delta State.
Thank you.
All right, may God rest his soul and give the family the fortitude to bear the loss. Is actually a big loss, a huge loss to not only the family, Delta State, and let's move on. All right, but we must move on because the nation must move on. Thank you very much. But very quickly, let's start with the former CBN governor's debacle. Godwin Emefiele. Is not we're already discussing him now because the matter is in court. But we want to look at the first of all. Let's start with the face-off between the DSS and the prison official when he was granted a bail and he was to be taken to a correctional center. And then we saw the DSS fighting the prison official who will take custody of him before the prison officials were overpowered. And so is this supposed to be a normal thing in a country to do? One would have expected that all of them are law enforcement agents supposed to be working together.
Well, to me, it's not supposed to be like that because the judge has to pronounce a judgment and said, take this man to the correctional center. If you look at it, there's difference between the correctional center and the DSS cell. So, but what at play there is the stomach infrastructure. Because Emefiele is not a small meat, it's a big meat. Who will take charge of him? Those that are in charge of him now, they are eating fat. They are not, in fact, they are not dragging the man because of the issue at hand. What will come to them? So if the warder succeeded in taking that man to prison, they are going to give the man, like we were discussing some days ago, anything the man wants, they will give to the man. So that they will have free access to the man. The man can just give them a note. They made it. So they are dragging because of their stomach infrastructure, not because of Nigeria.
All right, let's hear from Comrade because you came from the States and we always see such things happening over there. And we are seeing it, two just fighting over a suspect.
Well, thank you very much for that question. Look, for me, two wrongs doesn't make a right. Okay. Some people are accusing the DSS, that they did not follow court order. Emefiele, when he put Nigerian nation under torture for almost 6 months, with a court order that said you reverse certain things, court order. What is good for the goose is good for the gander. Now, talking about that particular event a couple of days ago, where they resisted him being taken away to the prison cell so that he can be bailed out. Well, when the DSS have on you, they can bring one forward and then they find some more information. And look, we're talking about national security. A man who crippled the economy of this country. That people were dying in hospitals, in marketplaces, people could not feed their family, transportation became archaic, everything was grounded because of one man. I'm not going to blame him too much. The president also should be blamed at that time because he trusted the expertise of the man. but the man has his own secret agenda. Here's a man who wants to run for president, and you are holding the governorship of the central bank. I think that serves him right. That's a deterrent for others who will come in that way. They think he was molested, he was manhandled. They didn't. See, he wants to be like my colleague just said here. He wants to be in the prison cell, and those people are jobbers. They're going to be collecting money. He can pay the price to have television in his room, telephone call, messages, everything. He's going to be treated like a king inside the cell. Every criminal is a criminal.
No, it's not yet a criminal.
No, it's not a criminal. Don't use that word.
Yes, it's not yet a criminal.
It's a suspected criminal.
Yes.
When you are a suspect,
yes,
you are falling into that category until you are exonerated. You are a suspected.
We'll leave it at that. It's still a suspect.
That's my
okay, now let's look at the DSS, if they actually did a thorough job. Because when Emefiele was arrested, we heard so many rumors that he was arrested for corruption charges and all that. But 28 days in the custody of the DSS, they were not able to come up with any corrupt charges. Rather, he was charged with possession of illegal possession of arm, which was not connected to his office, that the office he occupied. And when the court granted him bail, one would have expected them to obey, but they also had their own plans. They had another warrant of arrest with them to rearrest him again, so as to keep him perpetually. Are we seeing another case of the presidency defying court orders? Because we know, Committee, you will respond to this, because we know that the president now, who happens to be, was also with you people we were fighting for actualization of human rights. He was at the forefront. So if it's a human rights act, the DSS to keep somebody that the court has already bailed.
First of all, you have to understand that the president is not above the law.
Okay.
These are law enforcement officers. Okay. Interference by the president to the law enforcement agency shows bias. It shows that he's abusing his power of office. As commander-in-chief, he's in charge of all of them. But at the same time, he has to give them free hand to do their job. If there's some lacks in some area in their job, it will be addressed eventually. And those who are culpable will be dealt with at that time. But it's not for the president to budge into everything dealing with police affairs, military affairs. He's only to be briefed, and then he will send his message through the itinerary that gets the message to the top. There might be some mistakes here and there, but the vital interest of the DSS is for national security. Well, anybody who violates and risks the country's security should be investigated thoroughly. And Emefiele, to me, he has a lot to answer eventually. Forget about whether they didn't find anything for now. They're saving the best for later.
All right. Now, a federal high court in Abuja yesterday dismissed an application brought before it by the DSS to further keep Emefiele in their custody for 14 days. It was dismissed that they should go back to obey the court, the first court that they said granted him bail, that bail should be obeyed. Comrade Francis Obule, do you think that the DSS should have obeyed court order before rearresting?
Well, the way I will put this your question is that goat must produce goat. Lion must produce lion. The APC government from 2015, they are born of disobeying normal court process. So Tinubu has also taken it from the Buhari regime. So whatever you see today is the policy of the APC. If not, nothing stop you. When they grant you bail, nobody's above like what he said. But they themselves are all above the law. What is happening now is a game already initiated by the APC. Once they hold you, what's this man's name? For almost how many years without trial? One of our national member of PDP, I can't remember his name again. So they are born of that. We should not be expecting the normal process in this current government. For example, look at the increment we are seeing today. In those, the moment you increase 12 from 1 naira to 2 kobo, you will see the same people that are ruling us now. You will see them on the street. You will see them. They will not agree. They must do this. But But today, you wake up tomorrow morning, they say they have increased fuel. Nobody challenge them. You cannot even the Labour Party, the Labour Union, they are all dead. They are all dead. If they want to go into strike, they will just call them. Don't go. We'll settle you. We'll discuss the matter. The matter will die like that. So this APC, to me, whatever you are seeing from the DSS is born from 2015 till now. It will not end until God help us to vote them out.
All right, I want you to respond to what you said.
I kind of laugh.
Say the character DNA of your party.
I laugh at it because, you know, APC just won an election.
Okay.
It is the people that decide. It's not what I feel about a party that matters. Majority of people in a democracy vote for who they want. If they're satisfied with what is going on, that's up to the people. If they vote APC out at that time, APC will be out. But the Electoral Commission, INEC, which is an independent body according to its name, Independent National Electoral Commission, declared APC the winner. And APC has its own agenda of how they want to govern the country. And part of this something, because cabals have been ruling everywhere, it's time for us to get rid of the cabal and serve the people. Tinubu's government wants to serve the people. The resource, this subsidy was not removed by Tinubu. It was not in the budget that he inherited. And it's clearly said, there is no subsidy in my budget, so subsidy is gone. And it's gone in the rightful sense that the cabals have to be crippled because they've held Nigeria as hostage. All we do is buy fuel, and we get some subsidies, and then they carry our fuel to Niger Republic, to Cameroon, and make double the money. Now, sometimes we see queue up in line here for fuel. We see queue even when the subsidy was not removed, we're still going in pains. So now it's time for us to really focus on how to divert 7 trillion naira into benefit of the Nigerian common people.
So one would have expected that when your party is removing subsidy, there should have been palliative, some other things to cushion the effect that would be upon the common man. For example, I'm a salary earner. My salary has not been increased, and fuel and everything has increased.
We are negotiating.
So how long are we going to wait?
Yeah, come on. The government is less than 2 months old. Okay. It will be 2 months tomorrow. And you expect the modality of how the palliative will be distributed has to be planned. Otherwise, the criminals will hijack it again. We want to make sure that the right peg is put in the right square hole. We have to have people who are going to patriotically administer the disbursement. Labor union are negotiating. They wanted to go on strike. They decided not to go on strike. Now they're saying they want to go on strike. Maybe, you see, it's part of politics. Collective bargaining. I was a trade unionist leader in America. And collective bargaining, you threaten, you back down. You threaten, you back down. So
without results.
Come on, they're negotiating. You expect results like that. Right. This is not a pepper soup business.
all right.
Nigeria.
All right. Let's hear Wule respond very quickly.
See, like I said, if you want to put your trust on this APC, may God help us to see their end. Let me tell you something. If you look at, I don't think they will have policy. They don't have program. They just wake up with the money and they say they do this.
No.
Let me tell you something.
The president has
listen, let me tell you. You see, when the president said subsidy is gone, yes, we agree that it's not in the budget, but it's supposed to be June ending. But he announced it right from May 29. So what? And immediately they increased fuel. So what happened between June 1st to June 31st? We started paying higher price of petrol. Now, let's come back home. And we have our refineries here. Warri refinery is there. We have Kaduna's own. We have Port Harcourt and all that. 4 refineries. They could not do even repair one. They commissioned Dangote refinery, and they told us that Dangote refinery can serve Nigeria and even serve some African countries. It will shock you to know that that refinery is nothing to be right home about. They said it is going to be 2025, that the operation will start again 2050, which is the next 2 years. You know that this thing will happen, and you commission the same refinery for us to put hope on the refinery. Right, the same person again, you gave him again license to import fuel. The same APC-led government of this President Tinubu now. If I have a refinery, why will I import fuel? Why will you give me a license? Look at what is happening to Smith now. Smith is going to about 6,000. If cares not taken, go to land 10,000 naira. The same Dangote. So let me not put my hope on them. What I'm trying to say here is that they have come to deceive Nigeria.
All right, the question I want to
achieving
ask,
their set goal.
All right, the question I want to ask, you said they have come because even your presidential candidate, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, also promised to remove subsidy.
Yes.
Also, if you eventually
and
also number two, I'm coming. Number two, the refineries we have now were granted when your party was in power. So it was not
totally granted.
No, not totally granted.
No, it was not totally granted.
Do you
know that the housing complex now is being sold? NNPC housing complex. So would you not put our mind on NNPC again? As I'm talking to you now, the housing unit has been sold to individuals. So if you want to revive the refinery now, where would they stay? Where would the workers stay? So they don't have any good intention for this country. They just come to, destroy everything Nigerians have and go away. But we pray that God will not allow them. Because from what we are seeing now, fuel is about yesterday somebody was buying fuel to fill his tank. It's about almost 50,000 naira. My neighbor, he was campaigning for Tinubu before now. Now, he's a Yoruba man. He said for him to go to his village and come back, he need to spend 120,000 naira. And I said, we will give you a land, no need of going to Yoruba. He said, the time we come, they will go march to Aso Rock because this is not what they bargained for. They were thinking that Tinubu will make Nigeria happy. But as I'm talking to you now, Nigerians are angry. In fact, they don't want to be anything in APC again because the APC is a party. But somebody is the one that's leading it. So if he want to lead, he let him lead us well.
All right,
because they come with change. All right. We are not seeing the change.
All right, let's hear Comrade Kurodudu respond very quickly before we move on.
Well, let me tell you, how did APC emerge? Was it not because of the PDP misrule? PDP ruled this country for 16 years. Obasanjo and all of them, even our beloved brother Jonathan, he did his best. But the cabal are in PDP. They are the one even trying to sabotage APC because they want to take over the government. But see, each time they go to the polls, they present their case to the people. The people said, with anything PDP is dead issue.
For where?
It's dead issue. So we are APC. APC is in charge. They won the election and they're in the tribunal, and you will see the outcome in few months from now. But let's talk about the real issue. The issue is that 2 months, the man has just appointed his ministers. Not even complete. By yesterday, just 2 months, so he's swearing in. And you got to have your structure in place to do the job. You have to have the ministers who's going to administer the ministries, and everybody will sit and put their hands on deck to produce. You can't just rush into the presidency and the next day palliative will start rush. The criminals will take over the palliative again and then mismanage.
All right, that will not take us to our next topic, which is looking at the ministerial list. We saw that yesterday the chief of staff told the president, former House of Reps president, Honorable Femi Gbajabiamila, presenting the 28-man ministerial list to the Senate for screening. Let me just quickly read out the names to our viewers so that we can look at the list and see if these are the people that can actually give us the renewed hope, if our hope will be renewed. All right, prominent people who made the list are former Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike, is representing Rivers State, former Kaduna State Governor Nasiru El-Rufai Kaduna, and former Ebonyi State Governor David Umahi Ebonyi. Others are the acting chairman of All Progressive Congress, Abubakar Kyari Borno, the party's women leader, Betta Edu Cross River, Deputy Chief Whip of the 9th House of Representatives, Nkiruka Onyejocha, Abia Aloya Latif Fagbemi, SAN Kwara, and the President's Special Advisor on Media, Strategy and Special Duties, Dele Alake Ekiti. Also contained in the list is a former Deputy Governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Adebayo Adelabu Oyo, former Minister of State, Health, Ali Pate Bauchi, and Senator John Eno Cross River. The rest are Abubakar Momo Edo, Ambassador Yusuf Maitama Bauchi, Ahmed Dangiwa Katsina, Hanatu Musawa Katsina, Chief Uche Unanji Enego Doris Anichi Imo, Mohammed Badaru Jigawa, Ekperikpe Ekpo Akwa Ibom, Olubumi Tunde Uju Ondo, Stella Kotiti Delta, Uju Ohanayi Anambra, and Belu Goronyo Sokoto, Mohammed Idris Niger, Mohammed Idris Niger, Olawale Edun Ogun, Imam Suleiman Nasarawa, Joseph Sa Benue, and Daniel Danladi Taraba also made the 28-man list. Now, looking at the 28-man list, do we see what was your own assessment of the 28-man list? Although there's still promises that others will still come out again, but just to meet up the 60 days deadline, the 28-man list, how will you assess them? Is that the best your party could put forward for now?
We expect 36 at least ministers for the 36 states.
Yes.
And federal capital making 37. And most of the government that have been coming before this government have up to 42 ministers. Yes, because of the urgency of time. You see, you don't rush and put another minister into office that doesn't have power. There's going to be a background check to check their background, both criminal and how they have run their industries or wherever they worked before. And you know, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has promised that he's going to have a combination of technocrats and successful governors. If you look at the first list you mentioned, the first names on the list, governor of Ebonyi State. I mean, this is a man who transformed Ebonyi from like a village to a modern city. That's David Umahi. If you look at El Rufai himself, this is somebody who made Kaduna a place of pride for the Northerners. If you look at Newsom Wike, a PDP man who said, I don't even want to work with the presidential candidate, he decided to promote and work with APC. He never decamped. The whole concept of government of national unity is playing right now. By the time they finish the next appointment, you will see members of the obedient party, which is a Labour Party. They will be part of this government because all hands have to be on deck. We are not playing politics. We are trying to redeem and rescue this nation from bankruptcy. And I can assure you, by this time, when you invite me in a couple of months, you will start seeing the road path to progress. Because progress has to be well planned. You don't just rush progress. You have to have the right people at the right place to do the right job. And that's what we're doing. And I commend Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for listening to even people who can critique. Newsom Wike will not tolerate nonsense. I cannot admire him even if he's a PDP man because he says his mind openly to anybody. And he's a member of this cabinet now. And he'll be on that table talking to Tinubu that we can't do it this way. We need, Tinubu always want people who can confront him and criticize him. He's not a Khalifa, he's not a lord. He's a politician who's willing to embrace ideas. That's why he put people of caliber to work with him. El Rufai is not going to tolerate. Do you think so?
All right, thank you very much. Let's hear Professor Bule's own assessment of the ministerial nominees.
Well, I'm not an APC man.
I know. You know the
on my own,
yes,
I will not say much because one thing in Nigeria is to give you power. The other one is to give you, they will give you a title. The other one is to give you the power to operate it. So we have seen so many ministers, they did nothing before they left office. So let's watch this one and see if they can perform. I'm not going to give praises to anybody. Let's see if they can perform. Because what we are seeing now, the hardship we are facing now, I don't know if the president, even if they recommend anything to him, whether he will accept it. Do you know to renew your vehicle license now, you spend about 25,000 naira. Your insurance. Now, there's one paper they call proof of ownership. The moment you buy a new car and you register that your car, there's paper they give to you proof of ownership. This current president have said you'll be renewing that paper. It's supposed to be for life. Now you'll be renewing it. So Nigerians should be prepared for hard tax paying for this government. Right. So I will not say this minister is bad, this one is good. Let's watch them. He has inaugurated, select his team of feed or play. Let's see what they will bring to the table of Nigeria. Let's see if they can reduce the hardship of Nigeria. Let's see if they can reduce the high cost of fuel that we are facing now, because fuel is the one big problem we have in this country today. So I will not castigate anybody. All of them are okay.
I know your party has consistently, I've been saying in the past that Nyesom Wike has left your party. He has been one of the detractors of the party and all that. Is this a confirmation that Nyesom Wike has decamped to the APC?
Well, I am not Nyesom Wike. I'm not in his mind. But as a man, if you want to decamp, you come out openly. David Umai was a former PDP member. He decamped to APC, hoping that he would get the presidential ticket. But he didn't get it. So he remained there. So today, Nyesom Wike is one leg here, is one leg there. You don't play politics like that. But he has his own choice of decision, which is already at play now. I have never heard from him or in the news that he has decamped to APC. Like what he said, say Tinubu is forming government of national unity. Under Wike, I disagree with him. Wike is playing his own politics. His own decision is what is playing out. For example, he worked against PDP at the presidential level, and he delivered his state for PDP. Have you ever heard that kind of a thing? They're supposed to suspend him, but they didn't do it because they don't want to destroy the party. So let him play his game out. A day will come, maybe he will regret it, maybe he will celebrate it. So I will not say whether Wike is a PDP or it's an APC. As it is now, it's one leg here, it's one leg here.
All right. Now cover the code.
I'm actually happy that they are all afraid of Wike.
Okay, now I'm still coming, still on this. Now let's look at it this way. A man who is a founding father of the PDP in his own state, he ruled, enjoyed power under the PDP, and also after many years in the PDP, had to work against the PDP in favor of your party, and now you are giving him an appointment. Do you think that the members of your party or the leader of your party will trust him and give him a very good position?
Well, see, politics, you scratch my back, I scratch your back.
Okay.
We want to win. When we went into the election, we didn't go there to play. We want to win. If you can convince the whole Wike to support APC, which means there's something good about APC.
It's not true.
Wait, let me finish.
Just let him finish.
Five governors supported him. And these 5 governors, at least I can count 3 of them that delivered their state to APC. Otherwise, maybe we could have a problem. APC won Benue, even though the Benue governor was a PDP, but we have a reverend as governor of Benue and APC. APC, in Oyo State, the governor Makinde supported us. They delivered Tinubu there, even though you see, people can be directed on who is good for whom. It's not a blanket party issue anymore. It's who can do the job. We can borrow from AP. We can even let me tell you, you're going to see some good Labour Party members in this government already. That you saw some of them speaking out and praising the way things are done with this presidency, the way it started. Labour Party, who was the major opposition, downgrading, destroying even Tinubu, now they are praising him. Because the facts remain in the pudding. Look, in America, where I stayed for many years, over 30 years, the presidency, even up to President Barack Obama, his defense minister was from the Republican Party. He went to choose somebody who knows about wars and who knows about arms and national, what they call treaties, negotiation globally. He didn't say because it's a Democratic Party, he would have to choose another Democrat. He picked a Republican. And the Republican worked loyally. When you get into that position, you're no longer a party member. You're a member of the nation. The presidency of Nigeria is the president of Nigeria, not president of APC. When Obasanjo was there, he was president of Nigeria. Everybody enjoyed his government. Yeah. So now we have Tinubu there. We can't judge him in less than 2 months. He's going to do the job. And everybody's going to help him do it, even including my colleague's prayer, which I love very much.
All right. Now let's look at. I'll still come back to you because there are some states that have there are 2 ministerial nominees. We have some states with like Bauchi had 2, Cross River and Katsina they had 2 slots each. But there are also 11 states that don't have ministerial nominees yet. That is Lagos State, Kano State, Adamawa, Bayelsa, Gombe, Kebbi, Kogi, Osun, Plateau, Yobe, and Zamfara. 11 of them don't have ministerial nominees yet, but some states are having 2. What could be responsible? Because one would have expected that 60 days or 58 days would have been enough for somebody that is focused and prepared for governance to select his cabinet. But just to beat the 60 days deadline, just had to rush and bring 28, and some states are not represented. What is happening?
Well, again, the cabinet, the ministries are being indirectly decentralized. Some ministries are handling 2-3 portfolios. They might have to end up becoming about 40-something ministers, because everybody has to be able to manage the little department they have and produce. It's not about, yeah, I'm in charge of 4 ministries. You alone, I mean, come on, a tree cannot make a forest. We want more people into the system. We are even bringing a lot of women. You see that already 6 women have been put in the government. Even Delta State Minister today, my proud state, is a woman. And maybe we need to try women for a change. These guys are just hustling all the money. We need a woman who has the pain of breastfeeding a baby, the pain of grooming a child. Maybe they must bring that kind of something to the fora and really breastfeed us in Delta State and redeem us from all the suffering. We need Sela Okotete. She's there, and I'm proud of her being our minister.
All right, thank you very much. Now, Comrade Bule, the same problem we had with Muhammadu Buhari, which led the Senate, the National Assembly, to come up with that amendment that within 60 days, the president and the governors must come up with their cabinet list. And we still see that this present president, within 58 days or so, came up with a 28-man list just to beat the deadline, and still not complete. Do you see that? Is it a sign, like I asked him, of unpreparedness?
Of course, it's a sign, because if you look at it, from, like I said from 2015, when they took over government, they have never been sincere with Nigerians. That is why Buhari stayed in office for 6 months without appointing ministers. And now, when they appoint ministers, it was Saraki that brought that idea that they should have a stability time of integrating your ESCOs. And now, they also hide themselves again by rushing to bring this 20-something list and left the rest. Like, you ask him a simple question. Out of 11 states, they don't have a minister in their various states. But some states have 2 ministers. What happened to this 11 states? Why can't you pick one from them and pick one from here before you start giving the other ones 2? Does it mean you don't have capable hands there? They are unprepared. That is why we are having this problem in this country. They are unprepared. They just want to grab power, like what the president said. Grab the power, run with it, and take over with it. That was what we are saying now. He has seized the power. He has run with the power. But we are still pursuing him. We are still pursuing him. We are in the court. So you cannot say the power is with him now. We are still pursuing him because he's still running. Yes, we are still hopeful. We are still hopeful. So we are still pursuing him. So what am I trying to say? They are unprepared. They don't have what is called programs and policies. They don't have manifestos. So they just come and grab the power without thinking of what to do for Nigerians. Is it not that say we are corrupt? Nigeria is now more corrupt than when PDP was there. Did you not hear when they said monkey eat money, snake swallow money in their own government? Till today we didn't see the snake. Termite eat money. So all these things, they are all from APC angle, because they don't know what to do. If you cannot do something, allow others who have the capacity to do it.
All right. We heard the president say that he has been preparing for presidency for the last 30 years. He has been preparing for this position, and those prompted him to come out to say, Emilokon, it's my turn.
Emilokon, correct.
I'm prepared for this thing, and it's now my turn. I have what it takes. With what we are seeing now, in about 2 months now, will you say that what the president has said is actually correct?
Well, let me tell you, You don't just use, even in the advanced countries, ministers, chief of staffs, security chiefs, they don't rush them. There's got to be a background check. And some of them have sailed through their background check. Look, I believe that there were more than 28 names forwarded. And some of them have already been knocked out. Okay. You must have heard a rumor that a couple of people were knocked out. Okay. And some of them are still being investigated. This government is going to be thorough. Nobody's going to take that seat that has a question mark. I can assure you that. The same man that they were saying, oh, he is shaky, his body is shaky, he cannot walk. He is now putting a formidable team together. Forget about what politics is saying. Nigeria need to be fixed, and you don't rush a mechanic because you want to fix your car. You look for the best mechanics. The mechanics of this country who are going to fix this country are being put together. By the time in the next 30 days, when all of them are on board, you will see all hands on deck, and you will say, hallelujah, Nigeria is going to be
all right, just before I let us go, just before I let you go, we heard in our neighboring country here, Niger Republic, when we heard of a military coup and all that, and we know that Nigerians now, they are very highly agitated. Nigerians are not too happy with what is happening. Is that a warning signal to the leadership of the country, Comrade Obule?
Well, anything that has to do with national issues, the way you put it.
Yes.
Anything that has to do with
they have to sit up.
I don't want to go into that. But the government of today,
yes,
with the kind of hardship we are seeing, they need to sit up.
That's what I
that's not possible.
Okay, so
Nigeria is a sovereign nation.
Yes, what I'm saying is that we're talking because the people they are, if you give people reasons to want to rise up. NSAS. Somebody said another NSAS is inside. What is your advice to the president of the country right now?
Well, the president's already doing the job he needs to do to stabilize. But my continuous advice is for him to expedite the palliatives. That's number one thing. People got to eat.
Okay.
But you remember last time when it was COVID-19 palliatives, because of the rush, people went to store Indomie and all kinds of food in hidden storages. We're not going to let that happen this time.
Okay.
This time, the money has to go to your account. They will say, oh, 8,000 naira is small. The president says he's looking to it and increase it. But if you give old women in the villages, 12 million old men and women who are retired, some of them are not even able to get their pension. If you send 8,000 directly into their account through this NIN and all this information we have now, wouldn't that money come to them? Now, that's just one part of the palliative. Another part of the palliative is dealing with education. Students can go and get loans. And by September, you get your loan, go to school, they don't pay to the student direct. They'll pay your tuition. The federal government will pay your tuition. And you have 6 years to complete 4 years of your education, 2 years to complete your youth service corps, and then you start paying some minimal amount, and this loan is interest free. I think that's a step in the right direction.
The question I want to ask, many persons after graduation, 2 years after, they are still applicants.
We keep dwelling on the past. I know that the past shaped the future, but we look at the people who are trying to rule. In Lagos, where Tinubu ruled and established an enabling environment for business. You can see people are running from Anambra and everywhere going to Lagos. Why don't you fix Anambra? Somebody fix his own Lagos. And Tinubu was the one who started that foundation of fixing Lagos economically. Because before he came to power, they could not even raise 500 million naira tax. They started raising billions. Because a lot of people, a lot of rich people are escaping paying their taxes. But now, I pay mine. I'm ready to pay whatever I'm expected to pay. Everybody has to pay theirs. Tax is what they use in nation, not oil money.
All right, thank you very much. I think we need to condemn the coup in Niger Republic. I think it's something condemnable.
Yes. I think it's not a good one because democracy, they say the worst civilian government is better than the military government. I'm not in support of that. That's why I said the government in power need to sit up. You need to reduce the tension. There are a lot of high tension now. They need to calm everybody down. He should not do like the story of the 12 tribe of the Israel, when they said, after the death of their father, and they crowned the son, and the son went to the elderly people and asked them, what do you want me to do that will make people happy? And they told him, reduce the tax. The tax is too high. And he went to meet his colleagues, and they said, double the tax. It's a big problem. So what he's saying now, people are already packing their cars. I'm even looking for bicycle to buy now. I'm telling you the truth. So if that is what they have in their mind, we pray. Because they say the hungry man is the angry man.
All right.
I pray that thing
it will never happen here
in Nigeria.
I
don't pray for
when
it.
When you have income,
let them calm everything down.
when you have income to pay your tax, you pay.
Yes.
The reason why people are angry, and I feel their pain. I feel Nigerian citizens' pain. Sincerely speaking, everybody is a victim, but it was not caused by one single error. It was a backlog. There was a time when they were raiding all the money in the central bank. People don't talk about that now. Right now, we want to make sure that those money come back to the central bank through taxes. If you have money, you pay your tax. If you are making income, you won't pay your tax. You won't go and tax somebody who doesn't have a job. If you have a car, which means you're making some money. Not even some people with job can't afford a car. So if you have a car, the roads, taxes is what they use in fixing roads. This is not oil money in advanced countries.
All right, let's begin to wrap.
And one other thing I want to ship in.
And the coup issue,
the
coup issue.
Yes.
I commend him for that position he takes. He's a Democrat.
Yes.
Yeah, in every society, we've been ruled for 29 years by military. They brought more corruption and hardship into this country. So we have a democracy. Let the people choose who they want. Whoever wins, let him rule. If he doesn't rule well in the next 4 years, vote him out. That's my opinion.
All right. So
what I want to ship in is that the palliative they are talking about.
Yes.
Only one tube of yam is about 4,000 naira. So if you give somebody 8,000 naira, what will you do with it? And somebody from the same APC has said it, that during the time of Buhari regime, they have what is called 10,000 naira traders money. Say those people that receive that money, they are more poorer than when they were. Let's
wrap up.
So what I'm trying to say is that this money they are talking about, they should
chop out of it.
They should divert it to other areas that will benefit Nigeria.
Well,
not giving them 8,000.
Let's take
NNPC.
Yeah, they should revive NNPC.
Let me tell you, the 3 refineries in NNPC are going under drastic repair right now.
No, that's true.
By end of this year, by the grace of Almighty God, and with Dangote's refinery, there will be 4 producing refineries in Nigeria. The market competition will bring down fuel price automatically. You see, you allow the market to run the show, because right now they're living on subsidy. They think they are rich. Very soon they will have to. People don't even drive their car anymore like before. I'm not saying that it's a good thing or bad thing.
It's a good thing to you, that.
But some people, they still get to work.
Yes.
Nowadays, sometimes I park my car, take keke. Because you have to live with reality. Go to America today, you see lines of homeless people everywhere. Unseen kind of thing in America. Poverty is everywhere in the world, not just Nigeria. We are even a great country to be able to manage our own to this level.
All right, thank you very much. I think that's all we can take. It was a robust discussion this morning. Very special thanks to Comrade Tunde Okorodudu, APC chieftain in Warri South local government. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your invitation.
And also, Comrade Francis Obule, JP, who is also a PDP chieftain in Sape local government area. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Taking some time out of your morning period to just come and discuss Nigerian problems.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All right. Special thanks to my producer Johnson Obasoje, my executive producer Pastor Marco Muteri. Thank you very much. I remain John Glover. See you same time on Monday for another edition of Political Arena. Thank you. God bless Nigeria.